Vargas, you ready?
Yeah, it's recording.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Weekly DLC. I'm one of your hosts, Kurosh, joined always by my co-host Daniel Vargas
Blue.
and Danny Jang.
No,
If you're not familiar with what we do, we come to each and every week to podcasting services of your choice. Coming from podcasting tables and Animal Crossing islands of our choice, we sit around tables like this one. If you're watching a video or stream of us, and we sit around, we talk about nerdy stuff, we talk about comics, games, movies, pop culture, everything in between. And we hope to have some fun. We hope you have fun with us. This is episode 170, 170. We're in May now, May of 2020, and we're in quarantine still. So, doing the online recordings as it's been for the past several episodes. If this is your first time joining us, we hope you enjoy this episode. If you've been with us before, you know what to look forward to. So, guys, do you want to? What have you been up to this past week?
Been doubling down on World of Warcraft. God damn it, dude. My life. My life,
Blizzard.
bro. My life.
The monkey with the phone.
I'll get more into the topic
Took
with
the monkey taking away the kid is Vargas. Like,
WoW is the kid and I'm the monkey, and I'm dragging that shit with me, dude. Obviously it has to do with quarantine, and I'll expand on that information in a
So
later
it's primarily been World of Warcraft.
Yeah, dude. Like I told myself like I'd never go back again, you know, but sometimes things change.
we gotta go back, Kate.
So
Cool.
there's that. I haven't even touched Final Fantasy. It's just to goes to show you. What did I feel like I played a different game. Oh, I've been playing a little bit of Grand Theft Auto actually. Grand Theft Auto 5. Kind of gotten back into the online version or the online mode.
Okay.
All this. So I don't know if you guys are Twitch Prime members, but they had a bunch of GTA free loot or whatever, like having a penthouse, having certain cars that they give you for free. I claimed it all, but apparently you have to still redeem it before the event's over.
Oh,
And I've logged in like 4 months after it was over, and I got none of the stuff I claimed, dude. It fucking sucks.
that's annoying.
The penthouse is like a maxed out penthouse is like 6.5 mil. So yeah, and I don't even have close to 2 mil.
Okay. That's a bummer.
It is a bummer. I'm pissed. But that's it. Yeah, WoW and GTA for me.
Okay. Jang, what have you been up to?
Apparently, not sleeping. I've been playing a shit ton of Valorant. Only when you guys are on. That's like the only time. I don't want to play solo. Ranked came out. I'm not even ranked. I haven't played enough games to rank myself. But
You have to win a certain amount of games.
You have to play like 5 games in competitive,
Yeah.
and then it'll give you a placement.
Okay.
yeah, on Saturday we played till 4 a.m. That in turn affected my sleep on Sunday. I took a big nap on Sunday, and
Big man.
I woke up at like 9 and I couldn't go back to sleep. And I didn't go back to sleep. So I'm just laying on my bed, just like looking at my phone.
So you woke up in time to buy. Oh wait, 9 p.m.
Yeah, so I took a nap at like 4, and then it was like 4 to 9. That's like sleep, 5 hours. And I'm still affected by it. I'm still fucking tired as fuck, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself playing it by myself, but as long as people I know play it, I'll play it.
Yeah, it's definitely fun when. So you have your 2 buddies.
Well, one.
Is it
Yeah, I don't know the other guy. That's.
Oh, okay.
So Foley.
Foley, yeah, he's fun to play with, and then yeah, his buddy that I met through you guys is also funny.
Sean, is it?
Entourage. His name's real name's Walter.
Okay.
Okay, I heard the word Sean, and I think that's why, or the name Sean, and I think that's why Mark got curious because we
Oh
know
yeah,
Sean
yeah, yeah. He said,
through that we play World of Warcraft with.
yeah, it's not him.
And your viewers too. We played with what was it Tech,
Oh yeah, yeah, Texas and
who's also a streamer. Shout out to Texas Rebel.
yeah, and carrying, Kurosh carrying people. But yeah, a little bit of Animal Crossing. I just do like daily shit. Just hit rocks and see who's like. Oh, I fucked up, dude. So Anka was my fucking villager in the tent, and I guess I
Yeah.
forgot to talk to her the second day because she's
Oh
gone.
no!
She's gone today. I was like, oh, that sucks. Anka is a
Aw.
villager that a lot of people want. Like,
Did you
I
have
want-
an open spot for her to join in?
well, I mean, I still have a lot more slots, like houses. I'm not that in. Like, I only have like 6 houses. I think I can add 3 more people.
Yeah, you can add more.
But don't you have to have the house already set up before you can invite someone over?
You have to have it. You have to have it just placed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to have it like already made and everything.
But
But,
it-
But it
I mean,
automatically gets filled up too, though, doesn't it?
No.
not
All my
always.
houses automatically
The first
get filled
4
up.
are automatically filled up, and then afterwards you had
So
to.
the first 2 are the ones that start the island with
Yeah.
to build 3 houses, and those just get auto randomized
Right,
who's
right.
on there, and then after, like you build a property and someone will come.
I've had people leave and like literally the next day it's like this house is already sold or like a tenant's already gonna move in. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? We don't even have time to get anyone to move into this house.
Shit. No one.
You gotta be quick.
No one moved out yet. I don't like to kick out villagers. I've never done that whole thing.
I don't, but like I've had 2 villagers that are like, hey, I want to move on. Like I want to become a superstar, and I feel like you know, I
Hold them
can't
back.
really do that here. And I'm like, leave, fucking leave. No, like obviously
Leave.
it gives you like 2 options. It's like, no, please stay, and one of them's like, dude, you got to do you, and then I tell them like, you got to do you. She's like,
But no, I think the villagers they're leaving because they know you're playing World of Warcraft. They're like, listen, I know Blizzard's calling. I need a bounce.
Watch it. It's like, are you playing Horde or Alliance, Vargas?
I'm playing Horde.
It's like it's a bull villager. He's like, bro, I can't be on your island right now while you're messing with my people, my Tarans.
I've been fucking. Oh, so my stimulus check came in. I've been buying little shit, but I'm gonna invest in a fucking big boy
Like
drone.
Icer?
Big boy drone.
Mm.
Yeah, and yeah, I gotta order that soon.
'Cause
Because it comes out next week.
I'll buy your little boy drone if you don't want it.
I don't. I kind of want it still. Like,
Okay.
'cause
I
I'm-
mean, that one like allows you to fly to certain areas without having that restriction. or whatever.
yeah. Also, like, I don't want to use the big boy drone to fly over the water yet. I'm too scared. I'm
gotcha.
too paranoid. So I'm gonna use the small one to fly over water.
Break it.
But I want to go to the beach, but not to go to the beach, but to film. But it's like risky. I don't want to
Yeah.
do it yet. But soon. In soon, I mean like 4 months.
Like
But,
what? 4 months?
By soon, I mean 4 months.
Damn.
Next
Also,
Supreme video?
also like viewers that are listening, watching, The Walking Dead Humble Bundle for $18, fucking worth it, dude. That's like,
Still there?
yeah, it ends I think at the end of the month.
Okay. Okay.
So dude, it's fucking worth it, dude. That the whole collection, the whole series for $18.
And
That's pretty
physical
good.
too? That's good.
And I pretty much finished that one book, about the Navy SEAL guy.
Oh, okay.
It's all
So
right.
you're
It
working
was
out?
all right. No, I'm gonna start next week. Fuck. I'm not ready, dude. I'm just too paranoid to fucking run. Like just this whole virus thing. I was supposed to do it this week, but I was just way too paranoid.
Just about like, is it crowds or?
I don't know,
being
like
outside?
just being outside and walking past someone or running past someone. Like I don't. It's risky. Just
Yeah.
running past someone. But yeah, you finished the book, and now I don't know which book to read next, dude. I'm gonna put a poll on Twitter. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay. It's pretty good week.
No sleep, man.
Who needs
Team
sleep?
no
dude? For me, it's kind of been similar to you, Jang. I've been playing Animal Crossing. Man, it's become like today was a big hurdle. I finally decided on a layout I want to pursue
Yeah.
for my island, and required some drastic changes to um, where everyone's at. Like I had all my villagers on one part of the island, and I'm like, that's not where I want them to make this work. So I literally had to like one by one by one by one just move all of them over to the opposite side of the island.
Eesh. It's like
And it
50,000 each time, huh?
yeah, each one's 50,000. I'm like, man, this is annoying because like I wish they would front some of the money. Like
Just like how when you want to build a bridge and no one fucking donates, dude.
yeah, that's annoying. The other thing that's annoying is what's it called? When did you know that if you let's say you built an incline or a bridge, um, and you want to move it, you
Mhm.
can't move it. You have to destroy it, and to destroy it, it costs money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I had this incline that I'm like, this is in the way. I need to move it. And Tom Nook's like, that's gonna cost you. I'm like, you goddamn.
Yeah. That's
All
gonna
right, fine.
cost. Yeah.
But I'm like, I haven't used a lot of my money, so I had a bunch ready to. I mean, I'm doing all right. This outfit I have now is probably the last bit that put me over my comfortable limit.
Yeah.
But I still have like many bellions.
Billionaire.
Yeah, billionaire. Even turnips this week, I was just like, I'm over it. Like I looked at that website where people are like posting prices,
Yeah.
and people are like, give me Nook Mile tickets, give me 30 Nook Mile tickets. I'm like, all right. I went to one where it was 240 turnip prices, and he wasn't asking for anything. I was like, okay, I'll go here. I don't even care anymore. Like I just wanted to get rid of my turnips because I was just anxious of like having them and the other big thing has been like I've actually reached my storage limit in my home.
Wow, and you have a maxed out home. Every
Oh,
time you
no.
upgrade it gives you more storage.
Yeah, it's at 1600 is the max storage.
Ooh.
It's largely because of all the clothes. Because when I get the clothes,
You keep 'em.
I get every color variation
That's-
of a lot of
Oh
the
my god.
It's what I'm afraid of, because that's what's happened to me in previous games. Like, I always try to save items you can't buy. Like, so
yeah,
it gets
and I
hard.
learned that like people are now even auctioning off like the ability to catalog things, like not even to take something from someone, but to like pick it up. Because if I buy something, like I went to a friend's island and he didn't want to spend money on something, I bought it because I wanted it, and then I dropped it. He picked it up and he dropped it, and now it was in his Nook catalog.
Mm,
So people do that, I guess, now too.
wow.
But it's forced me to like look back at like all the things I have and like actually put out some of the stuff. So I had a lot of things I just started laying around or using up. Like I had been hoarding up a ton of just resources like
Recipes.
wood. Huh?
Recipes?
Yeah, recipes. Just like I'm getting duplicates of a lot of them.
Yeah, me too.
Uh,
And I don't even have that many recipes. It pisses me off, dude.
It's messed up. And then I learned the other part that was kind of exhausting, but I'm making progress is the flowers. I was trying to breed flowers, and the templates I was using were these like 5x5 grids.
Yeah.
And then I watched this streamer or he's Austin John Plays.
Did them in 3x3.
He's like, dude, 5x5 grids, trash. Throw them all out. Like he's like, I've talked to all the official like the people that have data mined this game that know exactly how this stuff works. That is not efficient. Don't do that.
3x2.
He's like, it's much more. It's just like put two together, put one by itself, do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I had just finished doing like all my
Setting
flowers,
it up.
Big brain plays.
but I made some progress to the point where I got one black rose. I somehow managed that. So now
Oh,
I'm
nice.
just I'm trying to clone that black rose. I got a second one finally.
Nice.
So you just put them together next to each other, or how do you clone them?
So cloning is you put a flower by itself with all of the surrounding spaces open.
Okay.
And as long with the black flowers, the black roses, I should say, you have to water directly on it. You can't be like doing the spray in a arc. It
Yeah.
has to be the for one.
Is it because it won't count it, or because it doesn't give it like?
It's
the-
like because the black rose is like super special. It
Wow.
has to be watered right front.
My
But
my first alternate color plant was a black tulip,
oh, nice.
and I set it off onto the so my house is like on next to a river bend, so like behind it you can't do anything anymore. And
Uh-huh.
so I put it behind. I put one. It's duplicated to two, and it stayed at two so far.
Okay.
But I don't know how the fuck I got it.
Yeah, there's was a bunch that I was like, I've been trying to itemize which ones I have the color, and I'm like, how did I end up with this one? I'm trying to get like a lot of purples, but some are easier than others. But yeah, I just started if I wanted things to breed, and it matters if it came from a seed or if it was a hybrid, and hybrids are the product of two seeded
Oh
flowers.
wow, okay.
So I lost track of a lot of that stuff. So I just started pairing like 5 of them together. I'm like, hopefully one of these is two seeded.
So a
Or
seeded is better. And
well,
a
no, no, no,
hybrid
no.
is
It's not better. It's just in order to get to a certain point. Like if you want a blue rose, you have to
Mhm.
get. Like I have a sheet up. To get to a blue rose, you need 2 hybrid reds. In order
Okay.
to get to 2 hybrid reds, you need a hybrid orange and a hybrid white.
What the fuck?
Wait, let me follow this again. Two hybrid reds. No, no, no. Okay, so sorry. So to get to a blue, you need 2 hybrid reds. In order to get to a hybrid red, you need a purple and a hybrid or not hybrid, a purple and an orange. In orange, you need 2 seeded roses, one red, one yellow. In order to
And
get to the
there's
in order to get to the purple, you need 2 seeded whites. And then once you get the purple and the orange, you can make the hybrid red. You need a second hybrid red, and then you have a 1.6% chance at a blue.
is there a difference like physical wise
No,
between a hybrid red and a
no.
standard red?
You
Okay.
just gotta you gotta know what's what. Otherwise, you lose track. That's why people are like, the grid thing messes you up. If you do the just pairs
You just
or
put the two
or
together.
isolated, you just keep track of it day by day, and you gotta water them and stuff.
Damn,
So.
I've like amassed a shit ton of orange tulips. I have no clue how. My whole front yard is orange tulips.
Nice. Yeah, if you get 2 orange tulips, you can make purple tulips, but it's like a 7% chance.
Yeah, so I do have purple ones now, and I didn't know how that happened. And out of those
But
oranges, I got black too.
once you get a color, the cloning is a better method than breeding.
Oh, okay.
So if you get a certain color, just set it off to its side, and it probably has a better chance.
Well,
to do that.
I have black, purple, and pink colors right now.
Nice. I think that's most of the hybrid ones, or the non
That's
regular.
funny. And that happened like naturally in the sense of me just dropping shit on the ground. It happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I've like any area that's not my homes right now has been
It's breeding grounds.
it's just flower. Yeah, it's just this giant floral area. And then my museum, I finished all the fossils somehow.
Somehow.
And I'm trying to like make a pathway to it, and I duplicates of some fossils, so I have
You're
like
making monster fossils, splicing them.
maybe Monster Hunter. I have like 4 different dinosaur fossils that I've got the full set of a second one that I want to like put outside.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try. I just need to figure out how to put them because right now everything's just kind of like bunched together in corners. Like outside my home, it was just a bunch of shit that I threw out there. And then yeah, Valorant was the other thing I've been doing. I've been playing with Jang and friends. I have a lot of bad nights, and that night that Jang and one of his viewers played, I was just like, I don't know if it was the people we were playing or
It was
the drinks
the nap, the alcohol.
It was the perfect storm, but like I was hitting my shots.
You know, you could copy it and just like the exact same drinks, the exact same quantities.
I don't know.
Everything. Just, like, drink it all over again.
You know the character with the white hat, white suit.
The Cypher?
Yeah. That one dude. I don't know. I felt like it was bullshitty, dude. He
was pulling off some crazy shit.
He headshotted me like 7 times in a row. Like, I'm like, I mean, you could be that good, but I'm like, fuck, dude.
But you're like, but you're not that good.
No, dude, I know it's so bullshitty, dude.
There could be players that good, but you're not that good.
Yeah, it was. There were some matches that I was like, these are some crazy people. But the amount of people that are AFK or get disconnected, it's
It's insane.
yeah. It
I
kind of
wonder if it's the amount of people like now that are now entering the game. Like it's just
yeah.
too many players to handle.
Well, it might be that, but they also are doing some extra stuff on their servers, and maybe it's straining computers that if they played other FPSs,
They're
they
probably
didn't.
running reports. That's what it is.
I mean, the amount of time. I have zero tolerance. So like, if I play solo, like Jang is right. Solo experience isn't fun a lot of
Yeah.
times. I ran into this guy. He had a very heavy accent, and which isn't the issue, but I'm just painting a picture. Um, and he was like very excited. He's like, "All right, guys, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, we're gonna go." And then we were doing okay. We were doing bad. We were doing okay. And then he was like, "How do you fuck that up? How do you? Oh my god! Oh my god!" And he was losing his shit. And I wasn't. I was like, I don't want to mind.
And don't forget the little kid that we played with.
Hey, Bay Area, Bay Area. Oh my god, you
I
guys
know.
died. Oh my god.
He was the worst player in our team by a mile. Like he was like 6-20 on KD, and he's like just calms the whole
dude,
time. He's like,
yeah.
they're in the
But
B
he gave
area.
the leadership at the right time. I saw that stream.
No,
And
he was
like-
like,
Wait, where's Wild Vargas at? You guys, what are you guys doing?
There was one time where I was disarming, and I was fucking around, but it was a close one. Do you remember that one?
I do remember. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is not the time to. Remember, I got serious. I was like, wait, dude. I didn't like fully said something. He's like, yeah.
This isn't the time.
Well, no, he's like from the guy who's like every time he goes to disarm, Jang's like DJing. He's like, we're good, we're good. But yeah, playing with that kid. But then this guy I was playing with I was typing. I was like, I would just say occasionally like, oh, at B. I wouldn't do too much. And he was losing his shit. I was like, dude, calm down. And then and again, I was like, I don't want to hear this. Like, dude, calm down. And he got really pissed off one time, and I was like, I just said, like, I just wrote calm down, and then finally, I think he didn't see. He finally saw. He's like, oh, I couldn't tell if he was being sarcastic. He's like, oh, sorry, very sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. And then like the next round, one guy did something like kind of okay, and he's like, oh my god, I love you. He's like, that was so good, guys. We're doing great. I love you guys.
Oh my
I love you. And like the last two rounds, he was like, guys, mwah, mwah. I love you. You guys are the best. We lost at the end, but like he was just. I'm like, I want to report you, but I don't know what I'm going to report you for. So, yeah, that's Valorant and Animal Crossing have been in my effed up sleep schedule. Like, yeah, I literally woke up from like a 20-minute, 30-minute nap just now.
God damn, you guys
Before
are
this.
crazy, dude. I hate my
Man.
work schedule, dude. This middle of the day working is so dumb. I hate it. I hate it. I wake up like 8 in the morning just so I
Are
feel
they-
like I have more time to play in the morning than I
Are they gonna change
Yeah.
it since shit's
they're
kinda-
starting to like give full hours to certain people, but I want them to just like cut me out, dude. Just like furlough me like 0 hours or fire me or something. Cause like for some reason I don't feel like I've taken a break from work.
That's
like
like-
even though
That's like Wild
it's been
Vargas
kinda
talking right now, dude. Holy shit.
Man, and I've gone to work and I like jokingly tell the boss like, hey dude, like if you want, dude, make someone full time and then just get rid of me, dude. Like don't even worry about it. I don't even have an issue with it. And the guy's like, yeah, yeah, right. But I'm like I feel like I'm too valuable to the company that they'll ever fucking fire me.
They're gonna be like, this guy's got balls. We're gonna get rid of someone else and make him full time.
Fuck, you're gonna have a supervisor position? No, please, no.
Yeah, my work's been getting. We haven't heard yet about returning, but
Yeah.
it's been more hectic from reasons of,
Places opening up.
no, like reducing staff.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's been the bigger topic on everyone's mind right now. And not anyone. I've been the only one that's really brought up like, hey, are we still coming back mid-May? Because I don't see that happening. You guys haven't mentioned anything, so.
And everyone else is like, I'm about to lose my job.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. So, anyway, do you guys want to get into topic?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
one quick thing about Valorant, dude.
Oh, yeah.
One gripe, dude. If it was shorter, like it is way too fucking long, dude. I will watch you guys play, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'll play."
They're like,
I'll tell them I'll hop on after this. They're done with this thing, and I'll be like, "Holy shit, they're only halfway, dude." I'm like, "Nah, I don't want to play this shit anymore," and I just won't say anything. I'll just keep the stream on, and I just won't tell you guys that I'm.
yeah, it's too long. That's what she
It's
said.
way too long, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe if they cut it down to 1 foot, not 2 feet.
Maybe first to 10. That's still long, dude. First to 10.
I would
'Cause you-
say like 6, dude. Honestly.
The games where I go like 12 and 12 are. I feel like it's a journey. I'm like
Yeah.
this is an endurance test in addition to playing well.
Dude, there was one time where like there was one time where I logged on and you guys were like, "Damn, I thought you said Valor can't or whatever." I honestly wanted to get on with you guys, but as soon as I was able to, you guys had already started the game. I didn't want to say anything, so I was like, "I'll play a match. I'll probably be able to like finish it before they're done." Bro, my matches went 12 and 12, dude, and I was like, "Oh
Shit.
my god!" And you guys got out of your game. You're like, "I thought you Valor can't," and I was like, "Oh my god." Dude. And it like lasted forever, and I just played that game. I was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking done, dude. I can't play this shit." It's
Yeah,
way
well,
too
Vargas only plays solos.
Yep.
Shit. It's too long, man. I'm sorry, bro, but it's too long.
Have you guys stuck with the same classes you enjoy, or have you changed?
I'll change. I'm open to whoever. I haven't found like someone that like I'm good yet with. So
I'll
Are
change
there any-
from the flashers. Like, so I think Sage and Phoenix are the top two. I think Sage is the best character in the game. I think
The healer?
I think anyone that can heal. I mean, Phoenix can only heal himself, but
Yeah.
I think healers are the best
yeah, and here's
characters
fucking
because
everyone else, dude. I stood in this fire and I was like, wait a minute, I'm getting hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the same goes for the Molly guy. If he drops the Molly shot and you stand in it, you could give.
in the poison
the
too.
thing that gets me is the reckless Phoenix players, where they flash everyone on the team
Oh, or flash themselves.
or flash themselves. But like when you get the whole team, like everyone's rushing B, and they just flash everyone.
You see the white light in their eyes.
To be honest, you need a coordinated team. Like the flasher has to flash important choke
And then
points.
push.
Yeah, important choke point. And then people have to come in looking at certain
Yeah.
angles when they
Yeah.
go in. So,
That's
but
the
we
same
don't
thing
play like that.
with- No,
I don't know.
I've done that with Breach because like if I don't play Raze, I play with Breach, and like I'll feel like I've set up a perfect like rush situation. I'm like, all right, we gotta collapse now, and I go in, and no one came with me, and I'm like,
even
God damn it.
though they nerfed Raze, I still think she's up there. I don't know like where I
She's
would
pretty
place
good.
her. Dude, she's like good for like aces, man. Like
Wraith
if you
is the
can-
girl who does like wind stuff.
She's
no,
the bazooka girl.
explosives.
Oh, okay.
The wind girl is really good. Like, I forget
Yeah,
her
yeah.
name. I've
I
seen
like her for
people, like,
mobility. Like she's
Yeah.
able to like get to one point to the other point, and like she can go in between like open areas where they're sniping, dude, and you don't have to like worry much about it.
and the cloud cover. It's just like
I think
so-
Omen's good too, if you know how to use
Yeah.
them.
I mean, they all have. The main two I stuck with is Breach and Race so far. I might try someone else, but whenever I try Sage, the angle of the ice wall, I spend way too much time trying to figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
Just a quick thing. I don't know if this is maybe just my opinion. I don't feel like the flashes last long enough.
True.
Like-
Really?
True.
Yeah, because if
Oh.
if you're specifically Phoenix and you do that
But-
curveball fucking flash, you have to like follow up right
Yeah,
behind
yes,
it, or else
yes,
it'll be
yes.
completely cleared
I
up
think-
again, and they're just killing
yeah.
you.
I think a lot of people don't realize that flash, right when it explodes, you need to be already on the corner, like looking.
Yeah.
Like it's
Like you had to
and
be
it
very
sucks because
fast.
if you're too early, you'll either flash yourself or the guy saw you before he got flashed,
Right.
Yeah.
and he's able to like kind of pinpoint where you're at even though he's flashed.
But okay, so
kind
wait,
of
I bring up another question. When you get because I brought this up to Kurosh thing. I don't know if you were in there, but
Mhm.
when you get flashed, what do you do? What is your reaction when you get flashed?
I just blind like I hold down the trigger button.
Yeah,
but
me too,
I will
me
shoot
too.
For me,
where I
it's,
saw the guy.
I think
if I
it's one
saw
of two things. If I'm in the open,
Mhm.
I try to start firing. If I'm next to a cover, like if I'm hugging a wall, I'll try
Yeah.
to go back to that wall.
I think in both situations I would still blind fire though. Like if I was aiming at a door and I got flashed, I would start just spamming. I would just start shooting at the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I
I've gotten
was
killed-
outside aiming at a corner and I got flashed, I would just start shooting at that corner.
I've gotten killed 50% of the time from blind flashers, just shooting. So, yeah, I would just shoot. Because I've killed people like that, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's just we're going with yours, Kurosh, right?
Yeah, we'll start with my topic. All right, so kind of going into this whole like we're talking in quarantine, what's been going on and everything. We've been wondering if like your taste in games, your taste in entertainment in general, has it changed because of you open to more things? Are you kind of sticking to what you know? What are you guys' thoughts?
So, with the quarantine, my taste has not changed. I was trying to get away from playing so much. Like I literally, like even before the quarantine, dude, I was like, There's times where I would get into a game, like if I just like Final Fantasy, dude. If I was really, really into it, I would wake up like at 5 in the morning, dude. I would just start the game up. I would start playing it as much as I can before I had to go to work at 9 in the morning.
Damn.
And then I would go to work, come back to work, immediately, like, if I know I was gonna make food, I'll fucking start prepping, start making food, then come into my room and just start fucking playing, like, nonstop until, midnight. If I'm at a point, I'll be like 1 in the morning is how max I'll go. And then I start all over again, wake up at 5 in the morning. And that's just like an extreme schedule if I'm really into a game. And it was like that for World of Warcraft because there's so much to do. Like you'll never really ever end playing World of Warcraft with the amount of stuff that there is to do. And so I was like, this is a game I don't want to play because it just accentuates that part of me that like I don't want that. Like I don't want to be able to be
Wild
like that
Vargas.
because it wastes so much of my time. Like honestly, like if you think back, like I'll put people streaming like World of Warcraft while I play World of Warcraft, and occasionally I put like Asmongold. He has put I think close to 2,000. This is only on one character. He's put 2,194 days
Ooh,
on
shit.
his warrior, which is his main character. That
That's
doesn't include the
fucking
other characters that he has maxed out as well. Yeah, that's one person. That's one character out of the. You're able to have what, like, I think 10 per server, and he probably has 30 plus characters, dude. Like it's an insane amount.
You know,
and
I've never seen him stream. Would you say he's pretty good or he's
He is a shitty human being, but he is entertaining.
But I mean, is he good at the game?
He is. From what I see now, he's like he's a leech. Because of his fame. So he literally, like, what he does now, like most of his content is him just like trying to 100% this game that is 100%able. Like he has add-ons that tell you, like, when he's in an area, it says like, hey, you've reached like 84% of everything you can possibly get in this area. Like you're missing this gear, this gear, this gear, this gear. It tells you where it drops. It tells you like, hey, this is like a 1% chance to drop. By the way, this boss spawns only one time a day, so you have to come in every single day and kill this boss just to get this loot. So he'll do, like, he has like a certain path that he does to get this gear, and at the end of the day, he'll do raids with his viewers. But what he does is he literally doesn't do anything. He just stands in the middle where everyone's fighting, and when people start dying, he's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing? We're not gonna fucking lose this raid." And it's like, bro, you haven't done shit in this thing. You're
He's
literally
very
leeching off of them.
He's very like toxic.
Yeah.
Like person.
Yeah.
Like if I had him in a chat, I'd just be like, I can't listen to this.
But then there's moments where he's really cool, like some of his ideas like match mine, like of what he thinks about certain things, but his actions just don't, like, it doesn't follow what his ideology is. It's so weird the way he is, but he's very entertaining, like with what the fuck he does. So I'll occasionally put him on there when there's no one really else that's entertaining. Because other World of Warcraft players, like, they're just sitting in front of the computer and they're just like playing. They're completely silent. And that's like, I want someone that's just constantly talking.
What
in the
about
background.
what about
you need S fund.
Yeah,
about-
well, I have him too, but he's been like not doing it recently because
What
he
about-
was.
Soda Poppin'?
He doesn't stream much anymore. He's streaming right now, but when he plays World of Warcraft, I think he has a second account that he streams that is like almost not even known. And I found it one time. I found out that it was him that he was streaming, and he streams no cam, no sound. He's completely silent, and he just streams World of Warcraft, and he plays it a lot, but he never streams it on his main channel, World of Warcraft. I think he's very. I think he's self-aware that it becomes very toxic when he plays the game. He enjoys it, but he becomes very toxic. He gets really pissed at certain things that happen in the game when he's doing something. So he just like mutes everything because he's gotten banned before for how toxic he gets by people playing World of Warcraft.
Oh shit.
So yeah, so there's like a lot of that going on for him, but yeah, so it's something like I feel like I could be that Asmongold, dude. I don't want to be that, so I was like purposely like not playing the game. I was able to like go out, but now with the quarantine, dude, I've doubled down on this fucking game.
We got him. We got him, boys.
It is so bad. Oh my god, dude. So yeah, like I'm not playing retail. I'm playing classic, so there is not much to do. But right now, the reason I'm playing so much is I'm trying to get to that max level because there are certain phases in the game. Right now, I believe they're in phase 3. They're about to go to phase 4. They have phase 5 and phase 6, and each phase at this point is pretty much like a new end game where you get more gear. So I'm trying to catch up so I can at least catch up with the gear and then be able to start getting all that end gear after that. Is what I'm trying to do. But yeah, like my max player or character is 43 out of level 60, and at this point I'm lucky enough to get maybe 2 levels a day with how slow this shit is.
Because compared to regular WoW, you could probably get a character to max in a day, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's still like 3 days, but like, yeah, you get like 30 levels a fucking day, dude.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right.
It's super quick too. Like, you don't have to worry. Your health regenerates like immediately. Your mana regenerates. You don't even lose any of it. Like I played a little bit of it because it's since that you have to activate all of World of Warcraft to be able to play Classic. I was leveling up a paladin on an alliance server, and bro, I got from level 60 to level 100, and the max is 120 right now, in like 3 hours. It was ridiculous, dude. I was just running through and just wrecking everything. Didn't have to worry about anything.
So it's paced very differently.
Very, very different at this point. Yeah, it's scaled differently because this game is all about endgame at this point, or the newer game.
Outside of games, do you feel like what you watch, or even if it's not on like movies or shows, even if it's streamers, like the type of streamers you watch or YouTube you watch, do you feel like it's different as a result of
it is different because I mean now I never really watched World of Warcraft streamers. I would watch specifically SFan when it comes to World of Warcraft, but he would do variety streams, so it's not always World of Warcraft. And now with me doubling down on this, I've been watching a bunch of World of Warcraft streamers. I found like 3 new ones that I follow now.
Okay.
As for like media wise, like TV shows and stuff like that, I haven't really watched much. I haven't been watching anything at all. Like obviously, like the new big thing right now is like the Tiger King stuff. I haven't seen any of that, which I'm sure you guys are aware of Tiger King.
Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Cage being spotted for possibly playing Tiger King in the next role. And then what else? Movies. Obviously, you can't even go out, so I haven't. That's one thing I do miss. Well, we talked about this, but going to restaurants and going to movie theater, dude. Yeah. But yeah, double down. I've doubled down on the one habit I've tried to get rid of.
Jang, what about you?
I've been watching more streams. I mean, I leave it on the background because now that work from home. Yes.
Now that work. Sorry.
Well, yeah, now because of work from home. Like I couldn't watch streams at work, so now I just leave it on to small time streamers that I know personally, just to help boost them. Yeah.
And was that something you would do in the past, or
no?
When you would watch streams, or?
No, I mean I used to only watch streams when I eat because I stream myself. So there's like this 1 or 2 hour mukbang. 1 or 2 hour time window where I could watch someone, and I'll watch like a small time streamer that I personally know. But now it's different, so I could just leave it in the background. Sometimes I'll mute it just to listen to music, and then just work on work.
Nice. So you'd say it's largely changed due to like the freedoms or the lack of restrictions you had.
Yeah, and still haven't watched shows or movies. Like I forgot there was something announced and it made me like I was like, damn, I want to watch it. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was fucking Jordan Peele's next thing.
Oh, the Lovecraft thing.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
out yet, though, right?
No, it's not out yet. But I was like, oh, I'm interested. I got to fucking finish Watchmen. Keep on. But you know, Team No Sleep, dude. So Valorant. Oh, Valorant's been fucking me up.
I have a similar thing. I saw like a commercial for Amazon having like this weird kind of like Black Mirror type show.
I know
Oh,
what you're
yeah.
talking about.
And
Yeah.
I've seen it, I'm like, hey, this looks really interesting. I have not even attempted to watch it, dude.
That was gonna be my topic, but I changed it because of that show.
Damn.
I was gonna bring it up.
Damn.
San Junipero 2.0, dude. But
Damn.
I've been reading more. I'll set aside after I stream. I'll set aside 30 minutes to an hour, and I've been getting like at least one book a week, pretty much done.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But when you say like you put a limit, but like when you start reading, you get into it and you like kind of extend it pretty much.
No, I don't. Except for the very first book that I read, I couldn't put it down, but I had to sleep.
Okay.
And I mean, if it was Valorant, I would have just kept on playing, you know, right? But
Are these books you would have been interested in? The types of stories that you'd be interested in had you not had?
I mean, I read
been
more
under now, or-
fiction, but these are more motivational books. They're not even fiction. Like, yeah, the past 3 books are all like motivational, like get it done books, kind of. So I don't know. I mean, I'm interested in it, but I usually read fiction.
Okay.
But I mean, if you really think about it, most books take about 4 to 7 hours to read, and if you just set aside 1 hour, you could get one done, pretty much. I was thinking about reading Dune because you know, like once the pictures were announced, I was like, "Fuck, I want to read Dune now," and that's like I think it's like a 10-hour read, which is like a week and a half. And I was like, "Oh, that's not bad." And I don't know, just reading and creating content. I mean, more YouTube. I'm gonna buy a drone, and I already have shots planned for, you know, Supreme sponsoring me. You know what I'm saying?
We sponsor.
Yeah,
But-
I think for me, I'm trying to think. Like Animal Crossing has been a game I've played, but I haven't played to this extent ever. And I think that's largely due to the circumstances. Like
Yeah.
it's so easy to. I don't know if it's a combination of how pleasant it is. But like I can pursue things that I can't do. Like I can go outside. I can do all this socialization with people through this game. Like we're podcasting through this game, or like meeting up with friends through the game. Like it's like substitutes for what I can't do. Valorant. I mean, I've played shooters. I've really never played competitive like shooters like that before. But it's maybe like honestly, I am now kind of interested in like jumping back into Overwatch a little.
Just to add on to Valorant, this is
Yeah.
the first FPS. Other FPS, I never try to aim for headshots. This is the first one where I try to aim for except for Gears, but I try to aim for headshots in Valorant, and I used to never do
Yeah.
that. I just go for body
Same.
shots.
100%. I've like I'm the same way. Is it because of like the type, like what shooters would you say made you like you would for sure go, like in Warzone would you go for body shots or
Body
Fortnite?
shot, yeah, body shots. Everything Fortnite, body shots.
Wow. I'm completely different. Every game I play, it's always the headshots I go for.
Yeah, that's one thing that's different is the Valorant is like the pace of it is slower. I'm typically like the type of shooter where it's just like jump in, go try to run and
Yeah.
gun, and then like if I die, it's sort of like Destiny and some other
Warzone.
shooters like that where I can play very quickly and keep jumping back in. But yeah, Valorant's very like slow paced, and I feel like it makes me focus in a way.
The levels are very well designed. Like the angles and
Yeah.
corners, I think are so well designed. Except there's some moments where I feel like defenders get too much of an advantage in certain angles, but I think it's very well designed. All the angles.
Yeah, and like there was I think it was yesterday, one of the first games where people were DCing, and we were like, "What's our teammates? What are like when we were like we're all hunting near the end of it." I was trying to hold a spot that I normally don't, which is I'm usually like one of the front people. Like when I'm like I'll let the better shooters hang back and I'll be the scapegoat if anything happens. But because of our teammates, they were just like doing whatever. I was like, okay, I'm feeling it. I want to try and get my shots. So I went back to this upper back corner and I was trying to do pick shots. So I would just hang back and watch these corners, and um, I just started paying attention to those angles. Like, am I exposed? Am I not exposed? And I started seeing exposures that I was leaving myself up to that I never saw before. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So it's like made me think in a way that I don't think about a lot of shooters or just any shooter in the past. But I would also say, just in general, like something that I have recently, I mean, it's not new, but I've sunk in so much time because of this, again, because of these circumstances. It's something new, is I'll spend like 2 hours just looking at TikTok videos. And like,
The
it's
same old
not,
songs.
no, it's not so much the song and dance ones, it's the meme ones. It's like choose your fighter, or and it'll show like different types of quarantine people, or like it'll be a riff off of Star Wars and it'll be like the guy playing a video game while the girlfriend's doing something, or random other stuff. It's like it's the parts that remind me of Vine that I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I never thought I'd like sink into this social media platform the way I have. And it's just like I keep going, and like an hour goes by. I'm like, fuck, okay, I need to take a break, because it's like it starts becoming the
I'm not
same
gonna
type.
lie, dude. I don't know what they did, but like it understands you very, very fucking quickly, dude. Like very quickly. Like I have like the reason I got into it is because I have coworkers that watch it. Both my sisters use it, and every single person, like their feed, completely different to like what my feed is, to
Yeah.
what each other's feed is, and it's fine tuned to their liking, dude. And they're obviously like their hours just going through TikTok
Well,
because you just swipe up to get to the next video.
well, yeah, and I started paying attention to that, and I noticed like, so one day I was actively trying to search for certain types because I wasn't liking what it was pulling out for me.
Mhm.
So I started looking. I'm like, okay, let me find some animal ones. There's always funny animal ones like dogs and cats, and then that whole day just became 90% dog
Yeah.
and cat type of videos. And I was like, okay, I've reached a point where I'm seeing a lot of the same variations of very very little deviation from each other.
You should
Yeah.
make your
And the
own
next-
like America's Funniest Videos, but just TikTok.
Just TikToks, yeah.
America.
Bob Saget. The next day, I had to like actively be like, okay, not gonna just follow in the same thing. I have to go search, and I'll try to find one video that like is at least good,
Mhm.
but in a different type of like hashtag or whatever. And that I'll try to like force the algorithm
Change up.
to change it up. And now I've made it, because of that, it's made it so each day's a little different whenever I go, and it's got a blend of all of it whenever I let it just browse. And my one of my friends was saying, she was like, man, all I'm seeing are like these just buff dudes doing unrealistic things, and it's like it's weird. And I'm like, you gotta like take control of this, because if you don't, it's gonna take control of you. But that's a different thing. Other than that, like my interest in shows, I don't think has changed too much. It's actually forced. Like I've been like, what's been in my backlog of shows.
Yeah.
So the Mr. Robots, the Better Call Sauls, those kinds of things, kind of going back into to finish up anything. Like there was 2 weeks where I finished like 2 or 3 shows. I'm like, okay, I finally got around to getting to those.
Damn.
But it was things that I was already kind of interested in. It wasn't like I was trying out anything new. So I think it's mostly been in games where I'm like kind of, why not? Like Final Fantasy is another perfect example. Like I never played a Final Fantasy game, and I was like, you know what? I got time right now, so and I've been.
I got time for time.
And yeah, I forgot to mention, I got to the part you were talking about where like I think that's exactly where I am. Where
The
I had
Thornberry?
well, I had just finished doing all the side quests before it tells you like you can't do
Yeah.
those anymore, and yeah, I'm playing games I don't typically play, because and it's kind of fun because it's changing up like what I like, and I'm kind of examining it a little bit more.
That's good.
So it's interesting. But yeah, that was my topic.
Not
if you-
interesting for me, dude. Not interesting.
Well, I mean, everyone like I thought I'd be diving more into Destiny, to be honest, and like I haven't played Destiny in many weeks,
Yeah.
Wow.
and I'm like, maybe because part of me is like, I know it's gonna come up with new content, but it's not right now, and I'd rather play it then and feel fresh than now and
That
like run myself dry.
that's
And
funny because
well, I'm just saying like this with the other games that are out right now, like Valorant and Final Fantasy. Now, hopefully, I can get into Persona. I want to try to like knock. These are like things you can complete.
This is
Right.
like a side topic in itself.
Hmm.
What do you think Riot should do with Valorant? Because they're supposed to release it in the summer. Should they just leave it open and just leave it open, or should they cut it off and then bring it back?
cut it off and bring it back.
I think they should go to open beta
No.
because right now it's still that
Ooh.
closed beta stuff.
All
I
right,
think
this is a new
with
topic,
open
dude.
beta. Okay, yeah, we
No,
can save it.
just kidding.
No,
I
I
think we
because
should-
I feel like there's a lot of thoughts we could have about it.
Yeah, we should save this. It'll just make us
Stay
talk.
tuned for next episode.
But what I was gonna say for the quarantine and Destiny,
Yeah.
like Destiny was a game that it seems very suited to you, like when it wasn't quarantine, because it's one again, it's a super quick pickup game. Like you just load it up and you can literally start going into missions or doing different things. It's very quick to load, very fast. Things happen very fast. And now with the quarantine, like you've stuck away from that, and you're playing games that are not as fast, like nowhere near. Like you're playing an MMO, or not an MMO, but you're playing a Final Fantasy specifically. You're playing I meant to say JRPG similar to that. Playing Valorant, which has fucking
Slow
mean-
games.
26 matches possibly.
They kind of
Yeah.
got him, dude, with the paid stuff. We got him, boys.
Hey, we got
No,
a
he-
skin or two.
He just picks up the skins.
I'm
off
gonna
of
admit,
dead
dude, they're fucking expensive. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
It's a little ridiculous.
What is
It's
it, like
fuck-
$5 for a
No,
skin?
no, 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 no. Bush, 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 bush.
It's ridiculous.
They're
like,
double that,
Yeah.
and can go
See, but
more.
it's very smart because like you don't see it in the beginning because it's done through their currency, which you don't really make the conversion in your head until you realize like I put $10 and I still can't afford anything. Like
Yeah.
that shit gets crazy. But yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it is a game that I much prefer in bite size. Like each night I could just do a couple of missions, whereas
Mhm.
now I'm like, I feel like a lot of Destiny streamers have been feeling. If they played all day, they would feel kind of like run down through this stuff. I feel like I would go through that content like a streamer would right now, and I'd
Yeah.
be kind of like burn out.
I live like the way my mind works is I see things in like when something gets done, I see it as kind of like an accomplishment.
Mhm.
And like so with you, like even though you're watching like shows and like they're very short, every time you finish an episode, I see that as an accomplishment. Like you've got
Mhm.
something done, like something you've gained more knowledge, whether it's useful or not. And I'm over here like, dude, I'm still barely just 42 on or 43 on World of Warcraft. I still need. I'm like barely halfway, and on top of that, after I get to that point, I need to still like, I need to get better gear. I need to get what's called best in slot gear,
Mhm.
and that takes even longer because that's end game stuff. I have to prepare with raids. I have to bring like potions that I drink that make me stronger for a temporary amount of time during that raid, so I can pull more DPS. So that these guys are like, hey, this guy's really good. We should keep him for other ones too. Like you have to kind of do that type of thing going on with this, and I see that as all one thing. Like even if I get to like the next level, it's still not an accomplishment. I have to get to the 60. That's
It
one
never ends.
accomplishment.
No,
and
and even then, it's not over.
Yeah, because you kind of jumble it up because even though you're 60, you're like I'm still not at my best because I need to get all the better gear now.
Right.
Like I've just finished leveling up. Now I need to do the end game stuff to get that better gear. And once you get that, you're like, okay, no, they just rolled out the new update, and I need to get that gear now. And so you never feel like you feel accomplished because it has that little thing. I don't know what it's called, but like it gives you accomplishments by leveling up by getting that gear. But you never get that big accomplishment. That's what you're aiming for. You never get it, and like you're just constantly playing this game
Mhm.
trying to feel that, and it's ridiculous, dude.
Oh.
I'm so for it, and I hate it.
Just to add on to the topic, I've been buying a shit ton of books. It's fucking bad. Because,
And ice
like,
cream.
Amazon knows like that I buy books, so like they'll like recommend a book. Hey, this is $1 or 99 cents. Why don't you buy this book? And it's like that that meme like time for your 4 p.m. Blah blah blah. Yes, honey. Me shriveled up like, yes, honey. That's me, dude. Every time they send an email, oh, time to buy some more books. Yes,
You're
honey.
waiting for that banana in the basement, dude.
Dude, I'm buying more books and I'm finishing them, dude. It's bad. It's bad. But they're like $2. I mean,
Yeah. Humble bundle. Oh, by the way, I was gonna ask that. Did you get to play any Streets of Rage?
I did. Oh shit! I forgot to say I played Streets of Rage. I beat it,
Played a ton of it.
and I beat Firewatch as well. I forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Man.
Streets of
over
Rage.
here.
Streets of Rage is fucking hard, dude, and it's a fucking time.
You were getting pissed, dude.
Yeah, dude, I had to like dumb it down. I had to use an assist for the last boss. It was fucking bad.
Oh wow.
But you know what? Watching someone else play it, there's a spot where you don't get hit. So now I know, but it's too late now. But
What did you think of Firewatch?
it was cool. I was invested. I wish it was more supernatural. Like it kind of like let go, and then someone was telling me in this chat, your decisions don't matter. Like really.
Yeah.
So I was like, that sucks too. So I mean, it was cool. I mean, it got me. I was invested, but the ending just kind of went. I was like, could have been better. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I wish it was more supernatural. But
Oh shit! I don't know if my friend just texted me their turnip prices. Holy fuck! I'll be right back. Peace out, guys.
Hey, I need an invite, by the way. So.
It closes
at
10.
I didn't buy turnips, dude. Just saying.
Oh, let's do it right now, dude. Fuck it, while we're doing the podcast, dude.
We can. Well,
No, we can't.
nah, we can just go move.
No,
there.
it's fine. It's fine. No, I'm okay. I'm whatever.
I'm not okay though, but it's fine. So my topic then, or
Yeah. Your topic.
my topic is I need to get to this guy's island and sell my turnips. No, I'm just kidding. So mine is so Xbox just today I think had their kind of like a small reveal on more information on their Xbox Series X, and one thing or the new Xbox, and one thing that they announced was the smart delivery that they're going to have for their Series X essentially. And it's weird the way certain people kind of explain it, but in like if you just dumb it down, it's literally like if you buy a game for like the original, or not the original, but for like their earliest Xbox that they have now, and you buy like their upgraded system, it literally just gives you the other game for that system. So if you buy like Grand Theft Auto 5 now, you can get it for the new Xbox that comes out essentially.
Okay.
At no additional cost. It's part of the thing, but it's all based on the developer. They have to be the one to, or not the developers of the game essentially.
Yeah.
It's them. It's opt-in for this thing, so they could opt out of it, and you would have to buy the game again for the upgraded system essentially if they don't opt in for that. But all first-party games will always opt in for it. From my
So
understanding.
anything like from Xbox.
Yeah, so like Halo specifically will be a first party game, so that will always have the opt-in for that. So if you buy it for Xbox now and then the new system comes out, you'll get the free upgrade for that game.
Okay.
So your guys' thoughts, like what do you guys think about that? Is that something that you guys really enjoy, or do you think should be kind of tuned up, tuned down, or what do you think about the opt-in issue, like where it's on the developer and not on the on Xbox themselves?
I mean, I think it puts the ball in the court of the game developers. Like a lot of times, whenever I hear like a limitation of like why certain things can't work or whatever, I always hear it's because Sony's blocking. It's because Xbox won't let this happen. Because Nintendo won't do this. And for once, it's kind of refreshing to hear like, oh, Xbox has made it. It's totally on it's game by game. Like,
Right.
if they wanted to opt in, totally. I think that's a good move, but I did see. I was like reading into it, and it's like the minimum requirement was you need the console, the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, so specifically their Xbox Series X. So anything that says Xbox Series X essentially will be part of like that family.
Well, the reason I brought it up is because I brought that requirement up is because with like the Microsoft thing, you didn't need the Xbox console to be able to take advantage of it.
Oh, okay.
And I was trying to see what the requirements and limitations of this were. So like it's nice, I think, to make it where if you have that console,
hmm
then you don't need to get the PC one if you ever want to play on PC.
Right.
So that's, I don't know, like it kind of puts that whole cohesive thing together a bit more, which is cool.
But like, so you're saying like it's cool that they're putting it on the developers, but I think that's really weird because then now like
Why?
Xbox essentially or Microsoft themselves can't get any flack when something happens. Like
What's
they
wrong
could
with
have
that?
made it they could have made it where it's mandatory. Like if you make a game for our system, you have to allow it to be able to be upgraded
I
to a console.
I
See,
think
that's where it gets-
I think that, I mean, that's a heavier, stronger way of doing it. But I think to get that going in that direction, you gotta like leave the option open for now. Like
Yeah, but like as like a as a
no one,
consumer,
I feel like no one else is doing a move like that. So for them to even make it an option is a step in that direction. I would definitely like to get to what you're saying. I just don't think everyone's gonna flip on a dime to immediately make that happen, because
I know, but I think as
that
a
requires.
consumer, I'm gonna get mad. Like I would get mad at certain developers. I'll be like, hey, how come on this game, how come you guys are allowing the free upgrade, but how come this game doesn't do that? Like you in your
Exactly.
like it's just. But you're gonna get mad at the developer, and the developer might have different reasons. I feel like if you just make it mandatory, like there's nothing that they can be done about it, and like everyone, other
Well,
than
then,
the developer
but
wouldn't
what
do
it,
anything.
I feel like that causes more problems, because then you could just be like, this game's
Yeah.
not on Xbox because we can't fit these mandatory requirements.
Yeah. Jang, move the switch around. But
Jake,
know.
what do you think?
Nani? I think it's. I don't think it should be on the Microsoft. Like it has to be on the developer side. But I feel like, man, shit like this should have been done from day one. Just like cross saves and fucking. If you buy one copy of the game, you should be able to have multiple copies of the game. Any system, every system. But I mean, it's like
Nintendo.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like baby steps, man. Like
But you guys don't think there's a lot of like lost revenue? Like I understand like Nintendo is a huge corporate, like a culprit on doing something like where here as a new system, here's the game you have to buy for like almost brand new price to get it on this new system, like an old ass game.
Okay.
But like for developer wise, I feel like there's a lot of games where like a developer they see upfront costs or amount that they make and that's it. And when they like or do a remaster, they're able to get more money out of that game again, to help them like create a different game that they want to essentially.
Yeah. I mean, I think if anything, it opens, because it's letting people play on a variety of different locations.
hmm
It makes it so they have a larger audience. Like it's not as fragmented, because a lot of developers have been saying we can't do crossplay because it's easy for, like, we've been hearing more and more developers saying that it's not us that's restricting, it's the consoles.
hmm
And I think make that a wider, community, a broader community, is instead of each one being on its own platform, you buy one copy, it works everywhere. Like if you buy if you have the Xbox console, you could then play it on XCloud. You could play it on your PC through the Xbox app, and then you can play it on your Xbox. So now these potentially three separate. I don't know, like, because I'm comparing XCloud to Stadia,
Yeah.
and if you're playing Destiny, playing with other Stadia Destiny players, so it's fragmented, and it discourages that.
Right.
So if they can make all of this kind of like one cohesive community, I think it encourages more people to play together, and it makes a bigger community out of it, potentially, and it could work in the favor of the developer.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know. I can see your point. I guess it's very case by case, but having it being an option, I think is going to be that middle step to see which way it goes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because
I don't
if a lot of developers give feedback saying this is ruining us, or if they start swaying towards PlayStation, then I think you will see that everyone trending a different way. But like Jang was saying, Nintendo's so 10 years behind on all this. Like, we still can't do the archaic stuff despite Animal Crossing success.
It's like time for your annual rebuying of Castlevania. Yes, honey.
well, not just that, but just like cloud saves aren't even like a basic thing. Like, you have to the online service
Yeah.
is what you're paying for to get a cloud save, and even then, not all the games.
Like, you know, I don't
have it
even
like Pokemon and Animal Crossing.
I don't mind buying multiple copies for different consoles if they have cross save. Like, I don't mind. I would gladly pay for cross save, but
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, as long as they're ahead of Nintendo, if they ever see Nintendo passing them on some like technological or user friendly leap, I feel like that's when Sony or Microsoft need to
Nintendo's
start
the bar.
working.
I think you guys are wrong with Nintendo. I think Nintendo's ahead of the game, dude. You guys just don't understand yet. Like,
Nintendo
Yeah,
is the
2000 IQ, dude. Nintendo, dude. They're like,
They're
we got them, dude. We
fucking-
got them by the balls.
they're in, they're in 2,363, dude. We're back in 2020, dude.
Is Jean-Claude Van Damme after them?
JVCD, dude.
Still hasn't got me.
No, but like, I guess with like the deck conversation we just had, what do you guys think? Like, do you think Sony might do something similar, or do you think they're gonna just like kind of put a towel over this and cover it up and be like, no, let's do it our way, you know? Like, you think Sony might do a
I don't.
similar,
think
like,
so.
free upgrade? No.
They're not afraid, dude.
think...
Dude,
Yeah.
Microsoft doesn't have a fucking good first party game for me to buy.
Yeah, I think Microsoft's doing as many, like the whole thing where they're like, hey, even your Xbox games are backwards compatible on the Xbox One.
Wait, here's a question, Kurosh. What if this is not going to happen? What if they made KOTOR remastered exclusively on Xbox X?
First day order.
Dude, the cheapest Xbox X.
Yeah. I like if they do a KOTOR on the level that Final Fantasy VII got a remake and the type of remake it was, I would fuck dive
Hey,
headfirst.
we almost played KOTOR this week, though.
I don't believe you.
Shit.
I feel like Nintendo and Sony are like their success despite these like flaws. Like Animal Crossing has been a phenomena despite a lot of these like you can't craft multiple things at once, or all these other saves, or all these things, one island per console kind of thing. And Sony like makes you rebuy all these old PlayStation games over and over again because I mean they're successful. They got all the cards right now.
Yeah.
I hope they do. I mean, it took forever before Fortnite pushed them to do crossplay.
Yeah.
But Google, did you guys see that Google banned Fortnite?
Mm.
Like, they were doing this whole thing where Fortnite would not need. It was the first app that Android phones didn't need the Android store to download it.
Right.
Because they didn't want to get that interest or the tax that Google requires when you make purchases through the Google store.
Mm.
As of like last month, they finally were like, no, we're going to go on the Google store despite that. I was like, someone pushed Fortnite.
Damn.
Well, I'm sure though that what's crazy too is like there are a lot of people obviously that they understand how this works. They can do the whole workaround of going to their website, downloading like that file to get on their phone to have the game. But like I'm pretty sure their numbers skyrocketed on specifically Android when it went on like the official like Google.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. So that's crazy. But now they're paying up the ass, for all those fees or whatever. So
Maybe. Maybe.
So you guys don't think Sony's gonna copy this format? They're just gonna stick with like, no, you gotta buy it again. Sorry.
I think my thought on Sony is I think they're going to offer a premium like service of some sort, like whatever the new PlayStation Network or Plus that you pay $60 a month or whatever a year to do. And I think whatever that is going to be a premium quality thing. But I don't think anything will be like complimentary. Like they're going to like you're going to have to pay for what you get, but it's going to be a good thing.
Right.
That's
So,
my thought.
here, let me elaborate a little bit. So with Xbox, the way that they're presenting this smart delivery is like if you buy their basic Xbox or like the Xbox that's out now, that's a Series X, and you buy Cyberpunk, you're
Uh-huh.
gonna get that version of the Cyberpunk that plays it with this, and then they say that you're gonna get the they call it like an upgraded version, which is going to be like, supposedly, like, they're not saying this, but like because they say the word upgraded, you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to get like a file that has like better resolution, better this, better that, that's going to work with the newer Xbox that's going to come out soon. But in reality, it's a form of backwards compatibility. Like, you're able to play a game that you've already owned on a newer system, which in general PlayStation is going to have that idea, which has already been an idea before. But with this new PlayStation, they're going to have that. You'll be able to put the disc of Final Fantasy VII into your PlayStation 5,
Mm-hmm.
and be able to play Final Fantasy VII on your PlayStation 5 rather than going back to your PlayStation 4. It's just you're gonna have that physical disc, so it's gonna be very similar. But Xbox is, I think, trying to like completely change the way you're thinking about something that's already existed, and making it seem like, hey, this is a plus. Like, this is a small, tight knit community that you're buying into, that you're gonna be able to play like these games everywhere. But they've had this the whole time, and I feel like they're repackaging it to make it seem like, hey, it's a newer thing that we just came up. That's what I'm thinking is happening with Xbox.
They're
Like,
kind of
they're rewording everything to make it seem like this is completely different than what it was before. But like in reality, like it's just like you're able to play a previous game in a newer system, and that's just the backwards compatibility thing that occurs. It's just like they're doing it with downloaded files rather than physical discs, essentially.
Hmm.
So, I don't know. I just think it's very strange to me. Like, I saw that right off the bat. I'm like, isn't this the same thing? Like, you guys are just kind of rewording all this, and I think it's really weird. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's marketing,
yeah.
but
I don't know.
it's
curious.
strange. Like, yeah, just how they can reword something, and it makes it seem like they've come up with a brand new idea or brand new concept. But
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo does it all the time, so shit.
hey, what I tell you, 2363, whatever fucking year I said they were ahead.
Shit. Oh, shit. Damn, this could have been another topic. The Nintendo leak, the Wii, and the data that they found on the Switch.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Teasing for next episode.
yeah, next episode, someone could take that one.
We're finding all these topics in this episode. But yeah, that was my topic, is the smart delivery, which is more like a dumb delivery.
Mm.
Got him. Jang.
So, recently, The Last of Us got a release date because of some hackers spoiling. So I saw a big ass spoiler. I'm not gonna say it. I don't know if it's true, but it's gonna be kind of cool if it's if it happens. So how do you think Naughty Dog has handled from the beginning of delaying it till now? Like, did they play their actions right, or do you feel like they had a couple missteps? I mean, the hacking thing they can't control, but
yeah.
just delaying the game,
the hacking.
was that the right move? Even though the whole situation that we have right now.
I think I don't think Naughty Dog had a big say in whether they could release it, because obviously, like, Sony is the publisher, and I think it was their decision to delay it. They're like, hey, we're not gonna max it on profits if we release it right now. We don't want to do that. But I think also, I think the response to the hacking wasn't a very good one. It makes sense, but like, I guess I'm coming from the side of like, I hadn't seen spoilers until today, but
You saw spoilers?
yeah, it fucking sucks, dude. It was actually on Twitter, where the guy, like, the guy posted up about they were talking shit about like you're forced to kill dogs in their game, and like, hey, this article we never wrote ourselves. This is from the retailer. And I went to the very fucking
Why?
first comment
Oh,
said
no.
something, and I'm like,
That's the same thing happened to me. Very first comment
What?
of something.
it was immediate. Like it was literally, it's the only thing. It just says this, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. I don't
Yeah.
know if this
Well,
is
the
true or
spoiler
not.
I saw was it's a cool twist. Like I'm like, wow. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm ready for this
So I
twist.
saw it, and I was like, I'm never gonna look at anything Naughty Dog ever again until this shit's out. So that's why my mind kind of changed. So before that, I was like, you guys could have just left the game and delayed it until however long you need. Well, Sony, I guess, would allow you to or whatever, or make you to. But now with me seeing a spoiler, I was like, no, dude. Like, I think they're smart in like allowing the game to just come out, because there's no way you're gonna stop seeing spoilers. Like eventually, like me, like I let my guard down. I don't normally, like, I don't put like nothing Naughty Dog related. But even if I did that, you know, like hashtag Naughty Dog, like remove all those hashtags, that literally I would have still seen the spoiler, because it's because you know the story, you know, like what they're saying essentially. And so, and I was like, oh my god, I know exactly what that is. And obviously because I'm in a article about this, I was like, I know exactly what this is. And so I think releasing it like as soon as possible at this point is a smart decision on their end. So yeah, mine.
You know, I just fucking saw another spoiler.
What?
Because no, I'm looking at GameStop, right? And I wanted to pre-order it, and the very fucking first review is a fucking
Oh my
spoiler. Oh my god!
dude.
Wow.
Yeah, dude,
That's
see,
bad.
It's dangerous.
It's fucking bad.
Dangerous, dude.
I just wanted to pre-order the game, and the fucking first review, dude. Dude, people were fucking dicks, dude.
Fresh, if you need me to buy you something, you know, just I can pre-order it for you. You don't have to get spoiled.
I mean, yeah.
Buy things and close your eyes, dude. Just
I mean, I was gonna get the digital things. I was just gonna
And
go
the
to the
reason why I was
PlayStation store.
the reason why I was
yeah, and then
scrolling
what if,
down.
like, the
just
first
okay,
review in that?
so
There's no reviews there.
So I didn't have to scroll down, but the reason why I was scrolling down because I wanted to see what the Ellie edition contained, and I went too far down, and things can never be unseen.
God damn it.
Damn. Moment of silence.
But yeah, see, it's just like how fucked up it is, dude. Like these mother truckers, dude.
I can't, like, the biggest area that I stay away from is any kind of comment section. And yeah, like,
I didn't think of it. I just thought
No.
like I just didn't think of it, and I literally went into like obviously the comment section of this
Yep.
article, and god damn it, dude.
But even if you intend not to go, you can, like Jang did. You can accidentally go
Yeah.
because you don't know how the layout of a site is, or you don't like know where one thing stops and another thing starts.
hmm
Yeah, I mean,
So what do you think
I-
about their response and their actions?
I mean, I think the amount of sales from games during this period of time. I really want like a deep dive study to see how many are digital, because I think a lot of that has skyrocketed.
yeah.
Because obviously a lot of those stores have closed or they've made delivery. Like if you go to Best Buy, you have to do like the on-site pickup, like outdoors or whatever, or have them mail it to you. But I think getting things digitally, this just further shows like if that was a full, like if everyone was 100% on board and it wasn't an issue, like everyone could get their copy as soon as it's available to download. And granted, that's not like realistic.
See, this
But-
would have been perfect for you know your Xbox topic, just where you can
Yeah.
get the digital version and physical. Would have been perfect.
Yeah. But like if everyone could get their copy, they could have released it whenever it's ready. Like I don't know when it, like, because I believe some of the delay was they were fine tuning certain things, and then another part was the quarantine and everything, and they wanted
Yeah.
to make sure it gets a full proper release.
I mean, he made a
I mean-
remark that like because they got pushed back, like because of the quarantine, because of the COVID-19. He says that they were able to continue polishing up the game, so they've been working on
Yeah,
it
it-
still.
yeah,
even
and
though
it went
it's already
gold like
early.
last week or
So
something.
gold means that they just like printed a physical disc of it. Is that what
No,
that
gold means it's gone.
It's like
through
500,000,
QA.
right? 500,000.
Yeah.
In music, it's
it
half a
go-
million copies.
Well, it's like it's in full production, sort of. Like
Mhm.
it's gotten through all the QA. It's in the point where they can like mass produce to a certain degree. Like they've reached a milestone of how many they've produced and everything.
Oh, I thought gold meant like we've sold 500,000 copies already.
That's what
or
I
something
thought
like
too.
No. For gaming, it's like in the
produ-
production cycle.
that.
Like
Okay.
it is now like, all
And
right,
then platinum is 1
we're
million?
ready to
Yeah.
to produce.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't know that.
I mean, this is like a separate topic. Like, work from home is very unsecured, dude. Like, just
Yeah.
people's normal, like, internet.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that have used Zoom, and there was like a breach on that, and then, who know? I don't know what kind of proprietary stuff they work through there, but
Oh, people were
Uh,
like jumping different Zooms and stuff.
you can just jump into someone else's, like, I don't know how they, like, on the deep internet of all that stuff it works, but VPNs, they're helpful. But yeah, even that, like, yeah, like Jang said, the working from home can cause a lot of vulnerabilities that you didn't previously have
Yeah.
in confidential work like that.
Mhm.
But what I was saying was, if it was a full digital, if it went gold now, they could just, in a day or two, release it, and boom, it's out.
Right.
Yeah.
And further mitigate that. But because of how we're kind of like in still that middle area, and they want to maximize profits, they're going to
Mhm.
wait till, I think, a little bit more. And then people will wait, but it sucks treading these like light waters where you don't know where you could see. Like, you could be watching a video on Animal Crossing, and comments of that one be like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude. And
like,
like
Snape
again, like
kills
because
Dumbledore.
yeah, exactly. They use names, and you're like, you know who these people are because you're into that story, and you're like, fuck, I didn't realize, Harry Potter has a lightning bolt on his head. Fuck.
Yep. And yeah, you got to be careful. I remember, like, in shows though, it was a different. Like, I remember when fifth
Game of
season,
Thrones, dude.
yeah, there was like episodes
Yeah.
that leaked early, and there were people like spoiling stuff on the.
I mean,
even though, like,
I'm gonna say spoiler for Game of Thrones. There was, when that leak happened, there was a thing that says Arya fights Brienne, and technically they did. I was like,
yeah,
technically.
No, my favorite spoiler is when they say Viper's a Cooley's character, dude.
yeah. So I mean, it always, like, when it's something that you really care about, and
Yeah, dude.
it's like the most nerve-wracking thing,
It's
because
so fucking dumb. God damn it.
yeah. And it's like, you kind of, you don't know how to shut it out, because it could
Yeah.
be anywhere and whatever. Just, it sucks. There's a few people ruin it for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Did you guys
I think
pre-order
they did,
The Last of Us 2?
not
No.
yet.
No, yeah.
I'm not doing any special version of it.
Digital or physical?
I'll probably do
Physical.
digital.
Because it's
Both
my
digital.
PlayStation 4.
For
Physical.
reals? Nani?
I'm
Nani?
doing just digital.
I'm doing just physical.
Let's get physical.
So are you getting the Ellie edition?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't, dude. Like,
Because of the spoilers, huh?
I mean, yeah. The statue looks alright. Like, I don't really care. And the backpack is whatever. Yeah.
I've said it before, dude. I don't like set anything up. Like, my room is bare minimum. I don't really put up statues. I don't have statues, and even if I did, actually, I do. I have a Injustice statue that was given to me. It's still in storage. I don't
Oh
put it
yeah.
up.
The Streets of Rage limited edition was cool, but I don't know. It's too much, dude. 150 for that? Fuck.
That was expensive.
Yeah, dude.
If
That's
it was
like
not
half. That's like half a fucking console.
mil.
Shit. Wait, are you guys gonna get the PS5?
I'm gonna get the PS5, yeah, or at least
Ooh.
that's my thought right now. I mean,
Unless something critical changes my mind,
we've talked about this
going
because
in that direction.
Kurosh said like Microsoft has everything available on PC, which I can easily just get on PC,
Right.
and then I can't do that with Sony, so Sony has to be a PlayStation 5 for me to continue playing those games.
All I'm saying is, next week Halo 2 is on PC. And
Oh wow.
And I'm
Do you
kind
have
of,
the Master Collection already?
yeah, it's in the Game Pass thing.
I'm
and
just gonna-
Oh, gotcha.
I'm just gonna let you know. I don't think it. I just judging from my mental state, I don't think it's aged well. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah,
just it's a nostalgia thing. I think.
I'm not.
I don't know.
Like, yeah,
Halo.
if I had to pay for it, I don't think I would. But because it's part of that Game Pass thing, and I've had it, I'm gonna give it a shot, because
The
I kind of
original
want to
Halo Combat Evolved, or not the Combat Evolved. I don't know which is the most recent like popular online one. It got shot up in viewers because of the release on the PC version.
Oh, it was
and it was
Reach,
doing
I
really,
think.
really well.
Yeah, Reach.
Yeah, Reach. So I mean, and people, I don't think Combat Evolved had online, right? So I think with 2, it'll kind of get boosted again.
2 was when they had
2 is
Xbox
cool.
Live, and I remember some of the maps. So I'm hoping if the online is similar
Man, no,
to how it used to.
2 LAN parties were the shit, dude.
I
There you
loved
go,
it
dude.
so much.
I think it'll be fine, dude. I think it's gonna trend top 5. I would say top 3.
I just
on
loved
Twitch.
2 playing maps where it was like one hit melee
Yes,
kills, and then
yes.
you would try to like
Pop,
like
bang,
fake him out or like go for like crouch and then punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that custom stuff that I
No,
liked.
2 was really good, like multiplayer wise.
It'll be popping,
It-
dude.
it-
And
it'll
especially with
be a
Jang
nice-
watching
Yeah.
streams, he'll watch it. Dude. Watch, just trust.
Hey, I'll get
trust.
sleep this week though.
We'll see. But yeah, I think Naughty Dog did what they could. I think if anything, there was one comment that Neil Druckmann made when I think it went gold. He was like, "I want to post something," and then in his post, he's like, "Please be careful of spoilers in the comments," because he was like, "People will do that."
Yeah.
Well, too late
I
for
was like,
me.
"That's." I'm glad he anticipated.
Too late for me.
You should just play God of War instead.
I should, huh? I mean, I'm in a game hole, dude. Like, I don't want to play Dark Souls or I'm not in the mood for Soulsborne, so I have a
Hey,
hole.
then perfect. God of War.
God of War.
I was thinking Edith Finch or Oberdin. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, God of War. I agree, dude.
By
Wait,
by
is which one's the boat one that I've been playing?
Oberdin.
Oh, dude, you should play Oberdin. I think you'll
Oberdin?
get a kick out of it. Yeah.
You know, so Edith Finch it is. Okay, cool.
All right. No. Go Thor.
Game of Thrones. Got it.
Any final thoughts?
I don't. Did Jang? Did you say what you thought about their actions?
I mean, it's out of their hands. I mean, they did what they could. I think you can't act on hindsight, but they should have just went with the original release date. Not the original, but the
Yeah.
pushbacked release date.
Yeah, the
During-
one with.
But in
quarantine,
in hindsight, you can't tell. You know,
Yeah.
shit happened.
Fitty.
So
Because it was angry employees, dude. Just leaking shit, dude.
yeah, right. When I first heard, I was like, "There's no." I was thinking, dude, there's like a 5% chance that it was a disgruntled employee. Like I didn't see.
I would have said it's a 0% chance because, dude, that guy gets caught, dude, and it's done. His
Yeah.
career's over. You're like, he's never gonna be in the game industry ever again.
Right. I don't know. I thought it was very slim. I was like, it's hacker for sure. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, that's it, I guess.
Guys, where can people find you?
They can find me in World of Warcraft at the Filio365 on Instagram and the Filio everywhere else.
they can find me in KOTOR at the Last Bosses. Wait, Kurosh, are you a furry?
Mm.
So when we watched Robin Hood on Disney, and like
You're
I
the
forgot how
movie?
I'm Prince John.
Oh yeah.
I forgot how funny that movie was. And if you go back and watch it,
But-
the rooster sounds like Matthew McConaughey, and the sheriff reminds me of Woody Harrelson.
But was it funnier than Men in Tights?
Damn, he needs to watch Men in Tights.
Men in Tights.
I feel like if you grew up with the Robin Hood one, the Disney one, you'll grow up to enjoy the Men in Tights one.
So then the original. What came first, the egg or?
It's
the
like Squirtle. It's like Squirtle evolves into Blastoise.
I
don't know how that makes sense.
Pikachu to love Blastoise, yeah.
But I hope I dodged that question in a creative way. And I am not a furry, no.
And where can they find you, Kurosh?
Find me at Kujo Prime. You can find us all at the Weekly DLC. While we're under quarantine, we're going to keep live streaming these on Twitch, so please check those out. If you're not, just check us out on our normal platforms. We'll try to put it on YouTube, but for the most part, you can always count on SoundCloud and podcasting services. So until next time, we'll...
DLC.
You later.
Yeah.